Chapter 5, Creating Templates. Alright, so in ConceptStation, I'm going to go into the Bighorn file that we've been working with. And to create new roads or bridges, ramps, we need to go in and select a template to use for each one. I'm just going to kind of zoom into a location here where I'm going to start drawing some roadway. And I'm going to go to the backstage and I'm going to go into the templates. So a lot of templates have been made for us. There's some dealing with rail. The ones with roads, that's the one I want to look at here. We've got 2, 4, 6 lane bridge, divided highways, others ramps, and then a couple that have been created out there under no folder. If you look under the other folder, we've got some multi-use path lanes, some bike paths. At the top, this is how you navigate around. So I can click road to go back to the main folder, and I'll go into the 2-lane road. And the 2-lane road, you can come down and see all the ones that have been created so far for us for 2 lanes. You can modify these, you can create new ones, change them. Up there at the top, you can create a new folder if you want, sort them differently than they are. Ascending, descending by name, by when they were created. You can take a look at a list view instead of the icon view that we currently have. And then you can make things favorites. So if you use one of these quite often, you can put a check mark in the star and then they become a favorite. Go back to all. You can do a last use, so if you use one out there in your ConceptStation file, you can find that. You can edit templates or duplicate them. That's what these buttons allow you to do here. So if I went in to edit one and kind of see how they're constructed, not exactly the way Geopack has constructed them, but at the top you can delete things out, mirror and reflect, set a different origin for them. This portion up here is actually talking about the scale up and down of how you're seeing the template. So it can kind of exaggerate. You get the fit view, pan, and all the rest of the typical zoom in, zoom out tools. There's a 3D view, so you can see how the template is coming along for you in 3D. Down here at the bottom is everything that makes up your template. There's end conditions, so you can go rename these end conditions if you wanted to something that made more sense to you. You can change the material. So if you had a dirt end condition instead of grass, you can change that. You can change the grass to anything that you see listed here. It can be a gravel end condition. And it will display that way in the 3D. Also with curbs, same information. You can change the names, change the curb heights, the widths of them, the material. Buffers, same thing. You might have a guardrail buffer in there. You can change that. Pavings, if you have concrete instead of asphalt, you can change that there. Change the thickness, the slope, and then the roadway width as well. So you can change all of that in here. And then you can save that out if you made any changes. Okay, I'm not going to save that template. I just wanted to show you can make those changes. We're going to create a new folder for our project. This is kind of something we would normally do in our ITL file. I'm just going to create a new Bighorn folder. And inside that folder, I can go in. You can see it's in road 2 lanes Bighorn. I can go out and create a new template. And I can just name this what I think I'm going to use it for. So it's a new 2-lane with shoulders. And you can have a description or a not, whatever you'd like to do here. Got a 2-lane asphalt with shoulders. And it's a road template. It can be a bridge or a railroad template. But mine's a road. So once you do that, it's similar to the way Geopack does it a little bit. There is an origin and there are components over here on the left side. So if I scroll down here, these are all the components that I can add in. Now you can't do any kind of parametric constraints or point controls or anything like that. But what you can do is grab these, drag them out into the window and place them. And you can mirror and reflect. So I could reflect that if I wanted and drop that on my origin point. Hit reflect again and I can put one then on the other side. And it puts them in the default lane widths and thicknesses and slopes. If I select one, it'll highlight it down below for me. And I can change that. Maybe I didn't need a 12 foot or 12 inch thick. I could do an 8-inch thick asphalt. And I can rename them again. Say left lane and right lane. Okay. I can scroll down here and see what other things are available to me, like a shoulder. If I want to drag that out, I can do that and drop it off on the right side. Reflect that. And I can drop it in on the left side. And fit view, kind of make the whole thing fit inside the window. You can see how it draws it in there. I can also zoom in and zoom out with these tools. I can rotate the view around if I want to. It really doesn't work in here because that is a 3D tool. So if I go to 3D view, then I can rotate that around. I can see all I have right now is pavement. So that's what my pavement currently looks like. Okay, go back to the editor. I can drag out another lane underneath of it if I wanted to add depth or thickness to this and reflect it. So now I've got my main pavement at the top, and then underneath I can change that to, say, a 4-inch kind of a base material. So change those to gravel. And now I've actually got two thicknesses there. Okay, I can add in conditions. So I can drag those out, throw a cut in there, throw a fill in there. If you don't have in conditions in the 3D model, it has a hard time cutting out the imagery below it. So you need to have some kind of an in condition to place out there. So on the left side, I put a ditch in, and then I put a cut or a fill in on that side. Let's put a fill in. Okay. So that's what my new template looks like right now. Up here on the left hand side, this is the only way to get back to the main components. It's really difficult to get up there, but that's how you scroll back and forth, is this area here. You can go into curbs, and I can go out here and place a curb if I want to. Kind of see all the different components that we have available to us. So we looked at in conditions. There are some, if we were doing railroads, we can have rail information. Sidewalks are available. We can go out and place those. There's different types of walls. There's an MSE wall and cut and fill we can place. And then just the standard ones that are not in any folders. Then you can go out and save this, and it'll save it how we named it in our folder. So then we can use that anytime we want to out there.